I am so excited. It's day 31 of my vinegar making. So today is the day that I will test it for acidity and then I can decant it. So let me get that started. If you've been following me, you know that I made some vinegar for the first time, and it's fruit scrap vinegar. And I got the recipe from my friend Mary at Mary's Nest, and I will link her channel below so that you can see where she made her fruit scrap vinegar. And I just thought, you know, I've been throwing away my strawberry scraps, and so I thought, well, why don't I just make some vinegar and see how it works. So now I've had this sitting on the counter for the past 31 days, and now I need to test the pH and see if it's about 3 or 4.0 in acidity. So I've got these little pH strips, and I'll just stick it inside. Got it wet. And then I wait to see what color it changes, or if it changes colors at all. And then depending upon what color it is, will let me know the acidity of the vinegar. And if it's somewhere between 3 and 4.0, then it should be good to go. And I can go ahead and decant it. And there's like a little color chart right on here. So according to this chart, it looks to me like it's a 4, which is good enough. According to my friend Mary, it can be somewhere between 3 and 4. I did make a video showing how I made the fruit scrap vinegar. I put my strawberry fruit scraps in a half-gallon jar, added some spring water, a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then covered it with a coffee filter and stirred it twice a day for the next 31 days. I'll link that video above and below so that you can check that out in case you missed it. This is day 3, and look, you can see the bubbles are starting to form right there along the edge. So at day 5, I'm supposed to add more sugar, but I thought you guys might like to see what it was looking like. So there we go. That's day 3. It's day 5, so I need to add another 1/4 cup of sugar. So let me get that done. It's been kind of interesting watching this. Looks pretty nasty when I look down in there. There's a few little bubbles in there, but not as many as there should be. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar to this. So let me grab it. I marked the date on this coffee filter so that I know what day I started it. So I'll mark the date on here that I've added my 1/4 cup of sugar. This is what it looks like right now from the top. Those strawberries look kind of nasty, but they're starting to ferment, and I can really smell the strawberry vinegary aroma. And there you can see the bubbles there around the top. Not a lot, but there's a few. So I'm going to go ahead and add the 1/4 cup of sugar as instructed by Mary of Mary's Nest. And I have been stirring it twice a day. I'm using this blender spatula to stir. Well, it's been 11 days since I started making my strawberry fruit scrap vinegar. So let's take a look to see how it's looking today. I've been checking it every day and stirring it twice a day, as Mary said. And when I look at it today, wow, I can see there's some like sediment at the bottom, and then it's clear in there. So the color is really starting to deepen. I think that's what they call the mother, that like sediment at the bottom. But let's take the lid off and see what it's looking like. Oh my goodness, there's lots of bubbles here. Just look at that, and I can even see where there's some bubbling going on like down here and there while it's just sitting there. So I guess it's fermenting. So let me stir it down because I'm supposed to stir it twice a day. Strong vinegary smell. Look at that. Let's get it stirred. I was thinking my little fermenting organisms had died because I didn't have any bubbles for a couple of days, but Mary said there might get to a point where it just didn't look like they were doing much, but boy, look at them now. I'm really excited with the way this is looking. I'm making vinegar! Well, like I said, it's day 11, and 5 days from now, I'll let you take a look to see what it's looking like again. It's been 19 days since I started this vinegar, and it's time to stir it again. I've been stirring it twice a day for the past 19 days, and I added sugar on day 5, but no sugar since. And I can smell the vinegary smell wafting up just standing here, so it's time for me to stir it again. So I'll let you see me do that, and I'll let you see what it's looking like when I take the cap off. So this is what it looks like. It looks pretty nasty, but this is what it looks like. I can smell the vinegar, and you can see the bubbles just kind of bubbling around in there, and then there's bubbles on top. So let me go ahead and get it stirred up. Look at all those bubbles there on the top. So I stir it twice a day, and it's coming along. I did check with Mary just to make sure things were progressing as they should be, and she said it sounds like I am on track. And this will be vinegar with the mother in it. And in about 10 more days, I'll be ready to decant it. It's day 31 of my vinegar making, so today is the day that I will test it for acidity, and then I can decant it. So according to the pH test strip, it's a 4. So now I can get to decanting. So the first thing I'm going to do now is pour it into this container and strain out all of the yucky fruit. And it smells pretty strong. I mean, I can really get a strong vinegar aroma. And this will be vinegar with the mother in it. Now, don't ask me what the mother is because I'm not real sure just yet. All right, let me put that down in the sink. I'm really excited. So now I've got the first straining of the vinegar. So I've got a pitcher that I put some cheesecloth here. I've lined this particular sieve with some cheesecloth, and now I'm going to pour this vinegar into this pitcher, but I'm straining it with moist cheesecloth, and that should strain it even more. And I attached the cheesecloth to the strainer so that it doesn't fall down or come apart. Didn't want any mishaps. So I'll let this drain through, and then once it's strained all the way through, then I'll decant it into my bottles. So I'll come back once I'm ready to do that. So I've got it strained out, and here it is, and it's got the mother in it, so it's still just a little bit murky. And now I'm going to decant it into these 2 bottles. I strained it like 3 times because I wanted to make sure I got all the gross stuff out of it. And now I'm decanting it into my bottle. It's bottle number 1. And it really smells strongly. I can have the strong vinegar smell. So I'm hoping to be able to make strawberry vinaigrette dressing. And I believe it will continue to ferment in the bottle. So there, I've got 2 bottles of vinegar. Let's get the lids on. And here you go. I am so pleased. Let me bring you up a little bit closer just so you can see them. So here we go. My first 2 bottles of Strawberry Fruit Scrap Vinegar. So my question for you is, what part of this whole process are you curious about? Tell me in the comments section below. And like I said earlier, I'll be sure to link Mary's Nest channel so that you can connect with her, because if you really have questions about the process, she's the one you want to talk to, because this is my first effort at making vinegar. And if you enjoyed this fruit scrap vinegar video, I've got some other videos that you might enjoy. I will link them above and then link them below as well. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and laundry and health and beauty, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I will see you in the next video. More shit.